Stop! Before you watch another second, you haven't liked this video yet? Like it now! And don't even think about skipping this part without subscribing! I'm watching you. Alright, now let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dig in.
This time we're tackling something I think we all encounter pretty often. Common English expressions. You know, those phrases that, well, when you stop and think about them, they don't always make a lot of sense.
Like, spill the beans. Who's spilling actual beans?
Exactly. So our mission today is to break down some of those sayings, figure out where they came from, and maybe learn how to use them better in our own conversations. I'm excited.
Sounds fun. Where do we start?
Well, I thought we could kick things off with a classic. Break a leg. Now, seriously, who thought up that one? Why would you ever wish someone bad luck, especially right before a big performance?
Haha. Yeah, not the most encouraging thing to say, is it? It's actually a really old theater superstition. The idea was you don't want to tempt fate by wishing someone good luck directly.
So you say the opposite, like a reverse psychology thing for the universe.
Kind of. It's like you're trying to trick those mischievous spirits lurking around. If you say break a leg, maybe they'll hear you and be like, nope, not going to happen. This person's going to do great.
I like that. Outsmarting the bad luck gremlins. Are there any other superstitions like that from, I don't know, other cultures maybe?
Oh, tons. In some cultures, it's bad luck to open an umbrella indoors. Or to walk under a ladder. That one's actually pretty practical, too, if you think about it.
Yeah, you don't want anything falling on your head.
Yeah.
So from warding off bad luck to something that sounds a bit more romantic, let's talk about once in a blue moon. It sounds so rare and mysterious, like something out of a fairy tale.
Right. You picture this like magical, glowing blue moon. But the reality is a little less, well, blue. It's actually about the lunar cycle.
So no actual blue moon then?
Not usually, no. Though, fun fact, sometimes atmospheric conditions can make the moon appear slightly blue. But the phrase itself refers to when you have two full moons within the same calendar month. Which, doesn't happen all the time, but it's not as rare as the expression might make you think.
So next time someone says, oh, that only happens once in a blue moon, I could whip out my astronomy knowledge and be like, actually, it's more like every 2 to 3 years.
Exactly. Be that annoyingly accurate friend. You know what I've noticed? A lot of these expressions we're talking about, they use these really cool images, especially when describing social situations.
Oh, for sure, like see eye to eye or spill the beans. Those paint such vivid pictures in your mind.
Exactly. It's the power of metaphors. They take something abstract, like agreement or revealing a secret, and make it concrete. And when you have that strong image, it's easier to understand and remember the meaning.
Plus, it just makes the language more fun and interesting. Like, instead of just saying, I reveal the secret, you can say, I spilled the beans. Much more dramatic. What are some other good examples of metaphorical expressions? Let me see. How about burn the midnight oil? There's like a lot of us can relate to that one.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially these days with, always being connected to work. That phrase is interesting because it goes way back before electricity.
So actually burning oil lamps to stay up late working.
Exactly. It really highlights how much our relationship with work and time has changed over the years. Like, back then, your workday was literally limited by daylight. But now we have laptops, smartphones. We can work pretty much anywhere, anytime.
The double-edged sword of technology. Okay, I got a couple that I've always wondered about because they just sound so strange. Lose your marbles and paint the town red. Did people really use marbles to, like, represent their sanity? And was anyone literally painting towns red?
Those are great questions. And honestly, that's part of what makes studying word origins so much fun. It's like being a detective, piecing together clues. Sometimes we have solid historical evidence. Other times it's more educated guesses and folklore.
So for lose your marbles and paint the town red, any good theories?
Well, for lose your marbles, some folks think it might connect to the idea of marbles representing wits or intelligence. Like if you've lost all your marbles, you're not thinking straight. As for paint the town red, it likely comes from the idea of wild nights out, causing a ruckus, making a scene. Imagine like a group of revelers just going crazy, almost like they're painting the town with their energy and excitement. Not literally with paint, of course.
Love that. It really makes you think about the images behind these words. Okay, time for one last phrase that I think is particularly interesting. Sit on the fence. It often has a negative connotation, like you're indecisive or avoiding taking a stand. But is it always a bad thing?
I think that's a really important point to consider. Sometimes sitting on the fence means you're just being careful. You're taking the time to weigh your options, to see things from different perspectives before jumping to conclusions.
Especially in today's world, where everyone seems to have such strong opinions about everything, maybe a little more fence-sitting wouldn't be so bad.
Right. It's about being thoughtful and nuanced, not just reacting impulsively. And that actually connects back to what we've been talking about today. Understanding the origins and meanings behind these expressions helps us communicate more effectively and be more mindful of the language we use.
It's like we're decoding a secret language, right?
Mhm.
And the coolest part is this language is always changing. New phrases are popping up all the time.
Exactly. So keep your ears open, pay attention to the words people use. Who knows, maybe you'll even come up with the next break a leg or spill the beans.
And then we'll be doing a deep dive into your expression in a few years.
That's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us on this word adventure. Until next time, happy speaking.
See ya.